I tried, bro. This is what I was going for, and this is what we got. You know what, though? I respect myself enough to tell you that I tried, and the message is so much more important than whatever that is. I was going to put like a nice background here before we got into the video, but self-respect. We're living in a generation right now where, first of all, we're not being taught what self-respect is, but we're also trying to garner self-respect through external validation. Understand this, bro. We much rather get a few likes on Instagram by betraying a life that we don't actually live so that people we don't actually care about like our photo. My photo got 1,000 likes. I'm the man. You don't even know half the people that liked it. They don't even like you. We would denigrate ourselves, put ourselves down. We will make ourselves look like a fool, disrespect ourselves so that the friends in our class or at our university or at our workplace or wherever on a Friday or Saturday night out drinking, they like us, but we disrespect ourselves in the process for people that we won't even be friends with in a year. I'll tell you this, bro. No amount of life experience, no amount of girls, no amount of money can ever truly give you the same fulfillment as respecting yourself. Because you can have all those things, right? Friends, money, girls, all this. But if you look at yourself in the mirror and you're not happy, it means nothing. And I don't know how many of you boys will truly understand that, but it's the utmost truth. Now, my whole life growing up, I never respected myself. Oh, bro, far from it. I couldn't look myself in the mirror when I was young. I don't know if you know what that feels like. It's not a good feeling, bro. When you literally get scared. I got scared of myself. Not because I was scary, but because I hated myself and I had no self-respect. My whole life growing up, I grew up so poor. In the ghetto. And if you know what the ghetto's like, bro, it's not a good place. Where drugs and crime and just, it's so low socioeconomic that, bro, it's bad. We were so poor growing up that we needed to get food donations. And I don't know if you know what comes in like food donation baskets, bro. It's like, it's not tasty stuff. We were so poor I needed to wear secondhand clothes my whole life, right? Literally with other people's poo on them. I mean, we washed them. But you know those stains are very hard to get out. My whole life I was kind of destined to become who I became. A drug addict, doing the wrong things, hanging with the wrong people, getting myself involved in the wrong stuff. And you know what? At the age of 20, I'm 25 now, I hated myself so much that I was either not going to be around or I was going to change my life, which is what I did. And that's when I started to render and understand the importance of what self-respect means. And I'm going to teach you the 7 tenets of self-respect that have truly made me a man. That I look in the mirror, I look at my reflection right now and say, I respect myself. And I'm going to teach you this. I want to start off by saying this. The first thing is the most important thing, but you as a young man must understand this. Self-respect must be earned in all areas. This, whatever this is, he has to earn respect in this area, in this area, in this area, in this area. You cannot think that if you are doing well in one area of your life, or let's say you're doing well at the gym and you got a good body, but then every other area of your life you're letting yourself down, it looks like you don't respect yourself, you're doing the wrong things. It doesn't work like that. You're not going to feel good. You're not going to feel like you have respect. Every area must be worked on and accelerated in for you to respect yourself. Self-respect has to be earned, bro. Understand this. We just don't respect ourselves because of one thing. You have to earn your self-respect and you will know what it's like to not have self-respect. So the first thing is the most important. I literally drew this for nothing, but like I said, the first thing I've labeled as the number one thing to earn real self-respect. Because this is important. Number one, bro. One. You need to try guess what it is. Take a guess of what I'm going to put on here. Because you're more than likely going to get it wrong. But maybe you might get it right in the other 6 tenets we're going to speak about. You must set clear parameters for your life. Write that down, bro. If you're taking notes, write that down. And put it in capitals. You as a young man, and it's sad to say this, you've betrayed yourself. How many times? You said you're going to quit something. You're going to quit drugs. You're going to quit hanging with these bad people. You're going to quit porn. You're going to quit being a bum. The next day it comes around. Actually, you know what? No, not today. I'll start again tomorrow. I'll do tomorrow. You as a man, if you want to build self-respect, the number one thing is you must have clear parameters instilled in your life. And put your life on the line for those parameters. You much rather die than be disloyal to yourself. And only a few of you boys will truly understand what that truly feels like. Where if you say to yourself you're going to do something, that's it. Your word is your bond. How you think is your bond. What you say is your bond. You're a man that says what he means and you act upon it. If you're going to quit this thing, you quit it. You must instill clear parameters in your life and know that you cannot betray yourself. Because, like I said, if you want to set your life up to be someone of higher caliber, of self-respect, that garners respect from other people and has success, well then you must not go back on your word ever. Because self-respect is earned through saying to yourself you're going to do something and you do it. And every time you let yourself down, you're disrespecting yourself. And you know what happens? The more you disrespect yourself, you'll look in the mirror and hate yourself. Set clear parameters. Say to yourself you're going to do something and stick with it. Don't ever say something that you think you're going to retract on. Clear parameters, bro. Understand this. The second thing, and that was the most important. Everything else though is completely as important, but that was to me the number one thing. Is you have to be, number two, you have to be continuously self-improving. Okay? We'll put that in improving. Continuously self-improving. And what I want you to understand is, right? Every win, every piece of progress that you make, good job, bro. Understand that you have done well and you've made yourself proud. But you as a man, there's no end. There's no finish line. You keep continuously improving. And people say, that sounds tiring. That's too much. That's life as a man. Once you improve in one area, there is more ways in your life that you can improve on. You got a good body now. Okay, so let's go improve your mental health. You got your good mental health, right? Let's go make some money. Let's go improve my bank balance. Let's go improve my social network. And what you'll understand, right? Once you start to improve in all these areas, it never ends. There's more better friends that you can make. There's more money that you can make. There's a better body that you can cultivate. There's a better mindset. There's better peace of mind you can have. When you're living a life continuously improving, you will feel as though, whoa, I'm living a life congruent of a man that respects himself because you want more. And that sounds tiring, but that's life as a man. We have been built and designed to conquer. And how do you conquer? You continuously rise above the self-imposed limits that you've set for yourself. I can't improve more than the body I've got. Yes, you can. I can't make more in a month than I'm already making. Yes, you can. I don't see myself having better friends. Yes, you can. Everything in your life has to be this continuous momentum-filled desire to want more. You say, I know what's coming to mind. No. You understand that the more you start to improve yourself, the more you'll want anyway, and it becomes fun. It becomes the best thing that you can do. How can I look better? How can I make more money? How can I have better friends? It becomes ingrained in your identity. And when you start to see that progress and when you start to truly understand that, wow, you're doing well and now you want better, boom, that's self-respect. I've achieved this, let me go achieve some more. The mission's not over. The mission isn't completed. So continuously striving for more. That's going to garner self-respect. The third thing. Self-talk. Now, we can kind of represent this to your ego, right? But what I want you to understand is your ego as a man has to be earned. Your self-respect, like I said, has to be earned. Well, I truly do believe you as a young man must cultivate an ego in your life that you can do things. And people will say, this is toxic. This is the wrong message that you should push out. Men don't need to have an ego. Men should just sit at home, do nothing, feel as though they can't do something. You need to start walking around as though you can accomplish anything you set your mind to, that you will win, that what you want, you will have. But what I want you to understand is your life must reflect it. Because there's nothing worse than a man that's got a big ego, but his life behind the scenes, or you can just catch a glimpse of him, right? And you'll realize, this guy's got a big ego, but his body doesn't back it up. His mission doesn't back it up. His friends don't back it up. Who he is not congruent of a man that has a big ego. I'll tell you this, my ego is inflated. And of course, it might say, toxic, look at you, you got a big ego, you think you're cool. No, it's because I know what I'm doing behind the scenes. I know my discipline. I know what I say I do. I know who I am. And that allows me to walk around thinking that I will accomplish anything that I want. And you will never be, and I want you to understand this, behind in life. If you say to yourself that you can do something, if you walk around as though you are the man, you might lose people in your life because you got a big ego. So be it. So be it, bro. People might look at you, or other people might think, raise an eyebrow. Who cares? Walk the walk, talk the talk, but back it up. Because like I said, I hate people that inflate their ego, but they've only accelerated in one thing. They made a tiny bit of money. Look at their ego. Yeah, compound your results to feel good, sure. But understand that everything must be backed up to have an ego. And you will never be at a disadvantage for having one. So that's the third thing, bro. And you're going to feel as though if our lives, we have literally told ourselves we can or we can't do something. Right? I tell myself I can do anything that I say. You probably say you can't do something. I can't start this. I can't win at this. There's someone better than me. And I want you to understand, if you can say that, you can also say to yourself, I can win. I will have. My life has no boundaries. I'm the man. Understand this, bro. The fourth thing is take ownership. And I want you to understand this one thing, bro, is you must take ownership for everything in your life. I wrote something down and it's extremely important. You're the one making the mistakes. You're failing. You're the one saying to yourself you're not going to achieve something. You're the one going back on your word. If you can take actual ownership for your own life, accountability, responsibility for your current life, for the past things that have happened, and you take ownership and accountability for your future, that is how you get a leg up. See, what we've been instilled with is pass the blame to someone else. Pass the blame to your family trauma. Pass the blame to your friends. Pass the blame to anyone else but you. Sometimes in life, right, things are going to happen, and it's not necessarily even your fault. It's not. And I don't blame you, bro. I didn't ask to grow up in the ghetto. I didn't ask for my father to be a bad man. I didn't ask for the life in front of me to be the life that I take. But I've taken ownership. And it's only when you can do that, even for the things that were out of your control, that is when you can move forward. Accept it all. Own it all. Own your mistakes. Own your failures. And the best thing that you can do is extract from everything that you've been through, the mistakes, the failures, even the hard times, the pain, and use that as fuel to propel you so much more ahead. Because that's the thing that we have to our advantage as young masculine men, is if you're truly wired to be a man of higher caliber, then you can look at your failures, your mistakes, who you used to be, and say, I don't want this life. I'll take it and I'll accept it. And now let me use it as fuel. There is nothing that will truly ever propel you that much further than the pain that you felt. Understand that, bro. It's actually one of the biggest assets that we have as well. Is failures, is mistakes, is hard times. Because if you see someone that's always had a good life, and I've known a lot of people that have been given everything. I grew up in the ghetto, bro, and some of my best friends came from, bro, when I say like a 2-parent household, like, you know, a really nice house, they were set, you know, they were going on holidays every 6 months. And I can look at them now. I'm not even friends with them anymore, and I can look at them and think, bro, you're nothing. At the slightest hint of adversity, they crack. Someone looked at them funny, they break down and they can't get out of their rooms for a week. What the hell? Use what you've gone through to allow you to propel forward. Use it as fuel. Extract from it. And this is the best thing, right, bro? Is when you take ownership and then you start to make progress. You'll look at the man you are today and you'll look at the man that you used to be and be, whoa. I took that accountability. I took that ownership. I took that responsibility. Look at who I am now. And then when you see the difference in man that you are, not only is that going to build self-respect, but that's also going to create this momentum inside you to, whoo, you will propel even more. And that's what the beauty of taking ownership, right? You own your failures and you also own your wins. And when you win, you think, good job, pat on the back, how can I win some more? That's the 4th thing, bro. The 5th thing. I love this one, bro. Help others. Now, we as men, we as just humans, have an innate feeling inside of us that when we help someone, we feel good. I want you to understand, if you revolve your life around helping other people, whether it's your family, whether it's your best friends, whether it's that homeless person, whether it's that old lady, help. It doesn't take much to help someone. It doesn't take much to put a smile on someone's face. It doesn't take much to add value to people. And I can tell you, what you put out to the world comes back to you tenfold. I make videos like this because I truly want to help. And you know what? I feel good. And I know that you felt good when your friend came to you for some help. I know when you saw that lady struggling one day to carry her groceries and you gave her a hand, you felt good. Go back to a time where you helped someone. How good did you feel? When you do the wrong thing, what do you feel? Disrespect? Hatred? You want to build self-respect that ultimately gives you a fulfillment that nothing else can ever give you. Right, again, no money, no drugs, no video games, no porn can ever give you that. Bro, it's a biological feeling that we get. Not biological, it's such a beautiful feeling that we get. And I can't explain it other than it's just beautiful to go and help someone. It gives you that fulfillment of, whoa, I'm helping people. You're helping people. Understand that, bro. So if you can start to frame your life to add value to people, that will pay you back dividends. And alongside, it will keep you in complete awe of yourself. Understand that when you truly go above and beyond to help someone else. Now, I'm not saying you have to give your life savings to someone. And I'm not saying that you've got to go and like do crazy things. But I'm telling you, a smile at someone, $1 to someone, being that person that your friends can call, that there will propel you forward. You'll look in the mirror after a phone call, after giving that homeless guy $1 and think, whoa, good on you. And that's going to propel you forward and really build that self-respect. And that's unbreakable self-respect. That's truly, you cannot, that's when you know you're putting good into the world, nothing can come between that, bro. The 6th thing. And we'll put the 7th thing under here, bro, because we're going to speak about it all in one. Is don't hold back. And the 7th thing is ambition. Ambition. Now, I'll tell you this. My whole life I used to let people get one over on me. This was in my younger years, right? And I never really said anything. Now, I've never been I am grateful. I've never been bullied. And I think I could put this on because everyone knew that I had big brothers that were living that ghetto street life when I was younger. So no one really messed with me, which is kind of cool, bro, because I grew up Indian in a very, very Australian, like all my friends growing up are Australian. Everyone around me, they were, in my school, like 700-800 people, there were 3 brown kids. Like crazy, right? So you'd expect that I'd get racist attacks from all areas, but I never did. Never got bullied, and I do put that to my brothers. But I'll tell you this, bro, is that if you stand for something and someone puts it down, if someone does wrong to you, if you don't agree with something, don't hold back. Say your piece. Now, you don't have to get violent. You don't need to go and, attack someone. But stand your ground. This is not only going to... It will just harness you sticking up for yourself. Think about how many times someone's pulled one over on you, or denigrated you, or put you down, and you said nothing. How did you feel? You felt horrible. But when you see in a movie or something where the kid that's getting bullied finally attacks back, or, stands up for himself, they feel great. Never hold back, bro. Take those risks and put yourself out there. I want you to understand that people will always respect you more too. And even if they don't respect you more, you will respect yourself for saying what you believe, sticking up for yourself, holding your ground. I hated myself when I would get, I don't even know what would happen, but people would just try to pull one over me. I've got many stories of when I got older and people did me wrong, because I hung out with the wrong people, and people try to they do wrong things to you, bro, for money and for personal gain. And we won't speak about it in this, but even in my younger years, bro, I hated myself when I never stood up for myself. And now, I'll stand up for what I believe in. I'll do the right thing. Even if it makes relationships a little rocky. If it's what I believe, if it's what I stand for, if it's what you believe, if it's what you stand for, stand up for yourself. I promise you, bro, you will respect yourself so much. And the last thing, ambition. Without clear goals, bro, you're never going to actually understand where your life is meant to go. And this is what we're starting to lack. We as a generation think that our goals should be the universal goals that everyone has. Take a holiday once every 2 years, buy a house, have a family. Now, of course, having a family and traveling, yeah, sure. But we set these universal goals that we just think, this is what I'll accept for my life. You as a young man, you need to set clear goals and align your life to getting closer to those goals. Know what you want. Be precise with what you want. Put it on your wall, all over your wall. Have your goals. Be ambitious. See your goals. Breathe your goals. Live for your goals. And I'll tell you that you will always have respect for yourself because you know what you want. Think about when you know what you want, or the last time you thought about, that's what I truly want. You felt good. How good did you feel when you said, I'm going to go after this thing, or I'm going to win that game, or I'm going to win at this, or I'm going to save up that amount of money, and you did it. Bro, nothing else could give you that feeling, right? Well, set your life up to where you're completely ambitious. Have goals where people look at you like you're funny. You get the side eyebrows, your parents think you're a little weird, and hit them. Align your life to hitting them. When you're ambitious and you know that everyone around you is just striving for the same thing, that goes back and pretty much inflates your ego at the same time. And that feels great. You feel good. And that there, if you're backing it up, right? You're aligning your life to your clear goals. There's nothing wrong with having an ego. As a man, these 7 things, right? I'll tell you this, bro. Must all be worked on at the same time. And this is just an embodiment of all these tenets in you. You as a young man cannot garner self-respect within yourself if it's just one area and then all the other areas of your life aren't congruent. You must live a life in accordance of every area of your life. You have respect in yourself. Make yourself proud. And I promise you, bro, you'll be able to set your life up for, honestly, anything and everything. It all comes from in here first. If you want the external world to respect you, if you want external materialistic things, it starts with you intrinsically and internally respecting yourself. Love you, brother.